All right. Yo, we had a little bit of technical difficulties on my end. Do apologize to y'all, but we're going to do this in two parts. So we gave y'all part one. Let's get right into it.
This is part two, god damn it.
All right, so we was here. I was reading it. It said when I became an affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations. Then it says, my focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the Black community.
Hold on. Pause. Repeat that again.
My focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the Black community.
Fucking capping ass nigga. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
We're gonna tackle all of it. While I have agreed to always be truthful, and I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way.
That's easy to say. What he needed to put at the end of that sentence was yet. I'm not willing to do that yet. Because ain't no case came from Thugger yet. He's not in trial. There won't be no cases in this shit till July. So what we need to realize is that for the last 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
While we was waiting for this Megan Thee Stallion to get this case to go forward, none of us ever believed Kelsey would be a witness for the prosecution. That was new. When we learned that a week before the trial started, we was all like, oh shit, that might be bad for Tory. That's going to be bad for Tory. So, once again, the reason why I give Kelsey her props is because no matter the immunity she was given, she still didn't work with the prosecution or the state.
Right.
Gangster shit.
Let me do
in this Gunner case. Ask me what I think he's gonna do. I'll tell you what I.
We gonna get into it. Let me just read two more parts, and then we gonna get right into the the analysis.
My bad, do your thing, gangster.
So it says, this is his last statement. It says, I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alfred plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alfred plea in my case is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward the same charge. I love and cherish my association with YSL music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction.
Hey, on whose behalf, though, Gunner? Whose behalf are you doing this on?
All right. Now, I just want to
answer my question. If you Gunner right now, and I'm Young Thug, and I ask you after you make that statement to the public, if I could call you on the phone and talk to you without it being tapped by the feds, My first question I would ask you is, Gunner, after you made that statement to the public, on whose behalf are you doing this sacrifice to help our community on? Who are you sacrificing to do this for the community?
Right.
Hmm?
He's
You
on.
as Gunner. Answer my question.
I'm only trying to help myself, man. Trying to get myself out of a situation. I don't want to go down for this. So it don't matter. It don't matter who I bring down with me.
But you told me when I signed your punk ass, you would kill for me and you would die for me. Where's that energy now, bro? You done make millions of dollars with me. Your lifestyle was created for my entity, my promotion, my marketing. I put every dollar behind your bitch ass while you was pushing P. Now you pushing the other P. You pushing paperwork.
It's only entertainment, bro. I was only in it for the cash and the lifestyle.
Yeah, but YSL is a real gang. We on some real gangster shit. You knew that when you came over here, 6ix9ine.
I don't want no parts of it, man. I was just trying to do the rapping. Everything I was saying was exaggerated, bro.
So when shit hit the fan as a gangster, now you ain't no gangster no more. You a rapper, huh? When you was pushing P, and I paid the money to make sure we had features on that song and make it a hit. Now all of a sudden you ain't a YSL gangster no more. When you told me you would shoot, kill, and do whatever it takes behind closed doors, do I need to bring that? Do I need to bring that forward in my case to prove that you told me a lie? Then now you was acting like a gangster to be a part of this to get this bag as a rapper. Now you saying you was just a rapper and you went with the gangster shit?
My drip's too hard. Yep.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you, Snoop, ain't no way out of this. Welcome to death row.
I'm about to take an Alfred plea, man. I'm about to walk on out. If I cooperate in about a year or so, this will be all washed away.
Which is true. So let's get out of this role playing, because I can't be Young Thug. Young Thug did a whole album cover in a dress. I can't relate to that. I don't give a fuck. If I'm a Young Thug, there's nothing you can pay me to put me in a dress on nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't relate to being him. He has a little passiveness about him, obviously, that allows for a nigga like Gunner to come into a cipher, being as weak as he is, and cooperate the way that he's doing at this moment right now. I can't relate to operating any staff on a high level where we making millions of dollars and can put 6-figure hits on niggas, to where I would ever get caught up with a nigga like Gunner actually knowing what's going on in the operation. A Gunner would be an entertainer. Gunner would be a part of the entertainment shit. I would put entertainers around him with a mixture of real legal law enforcement security and some street niggas.
Right. Let me read this, and then we got it. So it says, Alfred.
Hurry up with your Gunner shit, man.
Yo, Alfred plea is a type of guilty plea in criminal court that gives weight to evidence. It allows a defendant to continue to assert their innocence and not admit to a criminal act, while conceding the evidence against them would likely lead to a conviction. All right, so we're done.
So I'm going to say this, right? And I need you to understand this. I wish I would have done a little bit more, but we got a lot on our plates as a podcast right now. Peace and blessings to the Plug Talk podcast right now. My nigga D. Marachi, my nigga Ivy the Lifeline, and my home.
Shout out to Essence. Yup.
right now, man, we got a lot on our shoulders, a lot on our plate as far as content goes. All right, we only who we are and what we got going on in our real lives, man. What I gotta say is this, man. I wish I would have done a more proper research on the lawyer that is representing Thug. Gunna. I do know this. The same lawyer that's representing Gunna is the same lawyer that represented T.I. that got him that deal on whatever he did to get out of federal prison in 1 year for a bunch of guns and silencers. Shit that will lead most niggas like me and you into 30 years. This is the same lawyer, bro. I call this nigga the demon releaser. I cannot remember his public name. I call him the demon releaser, though. This nigga could get King Von out of a murder. You hear me?
Yeah.
This nigga King Von had 3. Yo, King Von got 4 bodies on him right now, and he been dead for 2 years. That's worse than Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson got 3 pedophile cases on him after he died.
Yeah.
Only him and King Von have that type of legendary criminal record.
Right.
This nigga Gunna trying to make YSL look like they the same thing. I know they not. Whatever Thugger had going on was consistent of his hood. I'm not saying it was right and wrong. It was some small scale country shit, bro. Wasn't out here internationally. Now, I'm not saying we're fucking up our culture on this small scale country shit. What I'm saying is this. He wasn't no major nigga to have a nigga like Gunna to take this type of. What the role Gunna is playing is similar to Sammy the Bull. In the international ring that we know that mob had rinks to. Because the mob was able to leave New York and go to Youngstown, Ohio in the late 60s, early 70s after that. They just relocated. Took it to a smaller place where they could manipulate their shit for a longer period of time.
Right. Right. So give y'all our analysis of this. So in the first part, the lawyer came on. He played the audio of Gunna being in court, and it said they asked him the question of the YSL as it being a gang. All he just said yes. Everything the prosecutor was saying was yes. Were they a gang? Yes. Was it formed in 2000? Well, did he join in 2016? Yes. There was narcotics. There was a gun in the car. Was the gun his? He said no.
Marachi, hold on, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna let you overlook this.
Okay.
They asked him, was YSL not only a record label, but was it a gang? He said yes. He said, are you familiar or been witness to criminal activity as YSL as a gang? He said yes. If you are a young thug and you're the head of YSL, whether they're looking at it like a record label or a gang, Gunna has admitted to both and saying that he's a witness to criminal activity on the gang level, not just the record label. He can admit to being one of the biggest producer artists on that record label, next to Dub. And he can also testify to the criminal activity of YSL as a gang on the highest level, right, next to Dub. I don't think, see, this is a problem, Marachi. You know, you fuck with me. I'm one of them niggas that done experienced life on a bunch of different levels. Some of the highest of the highest, some of the lowest of the lowest.
Yeah.
Done 2 prison bids. Neither one of them were federal. Both of them were state. The RICO case they got right now is state. One of the states that I did time in is Georgia. I know how the state of Georgia operates on their criminal cases. There's no way they're letting your ass out of jail in racist ass southern state, Bible Belt state of Georgia as a nigga. Care how much money you got, unless you're willing to work with them. And before they let your bitch ass out, you're gonna give them enough information. You're not gonna Kelsey them. And you ain't never seen Georgia. Yo, okay. As big as publicly as the case of Megan and Tory is right now, you want to show me another time the LA DAs, high executive DAs, big case DAs look bad before? In the court case of O.J. Simpson, in the court case of Biggie Smalls, and in the court case of a lot of lower level niggas. Yo, they let the nigga that so-called killed Tupac, that they beat up in Vegas hotels, what was his name, Orlando Anderson? They let Orlando Anderson's uncle, Keefe D, beat them. Okay? So Kelsey doing what she doing right now in LA is a little bit different. They just a little bit too, how can I say it, man? Politically, LA is different than the South. South is a different entity. If you work with them in the South, you overwork for them. You're gonna slave work for them. In LA, you can give your word, and they're gonna treat you like an Armenian, a Chinese. You know what I mean? You a high profile case. You a nigga to get money. They're gonna treat you like that. They're gonna expect you to keep your word as your word, so you can actually play LA DAs. You ain't playing no DAs in the South, bro. Show me another case in the South that exemplifies all the examples I just gave you of LA high-profile court cases. Give me 2 from the South that end with the niggas from the South or the women from the South beating that Southern shit.
Right. And you know, don't let him fool you when he says he hasn't cooperated yet, because nothing has happened yet.
Right. There's not been a
mean?
trial yet. Young Thug is not in criminal court yet like Tory Lanez is. Wait till Young Thug gets to court. You're going to see who all going. The thing about it, part of his probation, is him cooperating with the state now. Not just your community. All your community service, all that shit can be over with. But you're not going to be out for probation until Thug's case is over with.
Yeah.
So they settle whatever they need to settle with him. And you are our bitch until then.
Right. And you know, you got people, I was hearing on Little Duval, he was saying, well, you know, we don't know if he snitched yet. We haven't heard from Young Thug. If that's one of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life, like.
Okay, so let's look at who made the statement. We're talking about a comedian who's as far as the street life go, you're a bitch nigga. You don't know wait out. You're a comedian, bro. You don't know nothing about criminal activity. Excuse me. And I'm sure if we look Little Thug up, he's probably never been in criminal court. Probably shit like traffic court. He's never been a criminal.
Yeah.
You never fought a case. So you don't know what the fuck this shit like. I'm a 2-time going to trial nigga. No plea bargains. I know what this shit like. I've done it in the South and the Midwest. I wasn't privy to the West Coast leniency. or the East Coast biasness. I had to deal with this shit in the worst two places in America you can deal with criminal court. Period, bro. I wish I could have dealt with having the money in East Coast politics. I wish I could have dealt with the bullshit elements of manipulation and corruption of the West Coast criminal court system. Because that's what that shit is all based off of. The West Coast shit is corruption to the T, and it's exposed every time there's a high profile case, and they can pay for the proper type of protection and defend it. They win. Right. Niggas with money undefeated on the West Coast.
Right. Right. So there's go ahead.
It's 2022. We are 2 weeks away from 2023. And niggas are still speculating if OJ killed his wife. And he beat the case in 1996, man. You know what I'm saying? He already beat the case. We still speculating on it. It happened in LA County with LA County DAs and prosecutors. Oh, we've seen this story before. Nigga that killed this bitch and got away with it. You talking about bullet fragments and Megan Thee Stallion when there's GSR, gunshot residue, on multiple people? Oh, not only is it going to beat this case, but all you feminists that want to promote the female narrative in this, you guys are going to look as dumb as all the women who dog walked Kevin Samuels when he died. So, within the same calendar year, we have seen a high percentage of black women exploit themselves on a high level to show that they are some very cancerous and ignorant motherfuckers to our movement. Oh, we got to do better. Right. My black brothers, please stop dealing with these bitches unless you're going to hold them accountable. Like women, if you're a real one, please stop expecting for us not to deal with you if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable. Don't hold us to a higher standard than you're willing to hold yourself to.
And just I want to also say one thing as well. Stop holding these celebrities, entertainers, athletes to a high level and a high regard, especially these rappers. You know what I mean? Like what Gunna said, he exaggerated the urban life as a form of entertainment, exaggerated it. And we are well, not myself in particular, but I'm going to say us as a people. We follow this and we glorify this. And we're just being crash dummies.
And we looking at these niggas who never experienced it, never really did it, as a hierarchy to the street code, the street nigga. Y'all look at these niggas that's like they made it. They made it from our element. Gun ain't never been from our element. They was telling you that when a nigga everybody was calling Gunner out, whack 100s. Shout out to him. Even academics. Gunner was the weak link. Everybody knew it. In the industry. They knew that it wasn't nothing street about this nigga. I ain't never heard a motherfucker from Bobby Shmurda, Boosie, academics, whack one. I ain't never heard nobody except for myself speak bad about Young Thug. I always speak bad about Young Thug because he put on a dress on his second album cover for his fucking album. I'm sorry, I cannot overlook that.
Right.
But the industry niggas that met Young Thug as a man who know him at a way higher level than I do, I've never met Young Thug. Out of all the industry niggas I've ever met, kicked it with, smoked with, shot at, whatever. I ain't never met Young Thug on no level. I've never heard nobody to this date speak bad about Young Thug. But them same niggas that don't speak bad about Young Thug all said Gunna ain't built like that.
Not only them, they said it. He said it himself. The man himself, Gunna. Sergio Kitchens said himself.
Oh, kitchen ass nigga. Ain't even in the kitchen.
He said himself that he exaggerated it. And he doesn't want no involvement in the street activity. Retrospect. Let's look at it this way. Let's wrap it up. If you're not built to do the time, don't do the crime. Let's even take it back a little bit down memory lane. Your mother, your father.
No. Before you do that,
okay.
Let's simplify it. For you niggas doing gangster shit, quit taking your mother's behalf, digging into your emotions, and bringing in niggas you like. When it comes to the street shit, it ain't about who you like. It's who stands firm and they moral ethic and code. And you can judge street niggas off of that. I want to say to the black males, I'm not condoning fuckery and the politics that go into this black street shit. I think it's all poisonous. That's my personal opinion. But I've dwelled deep in that hole, that rabbit hole, to where you niggas dwell at in this street shit. I had to survive majority of my life that way. I never had $1 million contract. I never sold 1 million records. I never went wood, platinum, gold, none of that shit. Nigga, my shit don't even make mention. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So I had to survive this shit. Stop fucking with niggas who ain't never earned the accolade in these streets. And you operate in these streets. There has to be a level of accountability for men. I don't care how women look at this shit. All right? It's us men. You have to hold yourself accountable. If you a street nigga, and you surround yourself with bitch niggas, there's something wrong with you. And in the case of Thug, the YSL, I respect the fact I ain't never heard. Look, in the industry or in my real life, niggas I know that met Thug, I ain't never heard nobody speak bad about this nigga. They all say he thorough, solid, and they knew it when they met him. I've never seen him, never encountered. I can't vouch for that. I'm just telling you, every nigga I know that I know personally, I know them well, that has met him, don't have nothing bad to say about this guy. I'm still yet, industry-wise, to hear anybody say anything bad about this guy. I'm like, damn, he wore a dress and yeah. But he solid. I've never heard nothing bad about this guy. If you are as solid as people claim, You have to be solid enough about the company you keep.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right. So I just want to say this, then you could take the floor. I'll be quick. You know what I mean? So this is basically it. We were taught at young ages, and your parents would get on you if you went and you told on your brother, your sister, sibling, whomever, friend. They don't like tattletales, because the reason why they said that is because in some shape or form, you were associated with that or whatever they were doing. So let's translate it into this. Like I said earlier, you don't want to do if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Just live a straight and narrow life. Just be yourself at the end of the day. That's the true definition of being real, is you being true to yourself.
All right, let me say something. In the late 80s, early 90s, there was a show called The Cosby Show. Cliff Huxtable was the man of the household. He's a doctor. Claire Huxtable was the queen of the household. She was a lawyer. They had kids that were square. Theo, Rudy. They had Bud from down the street that liked Rudy. They had multiple daughters in the household. One of the daughters went on to be the forefront of the backup show to the Huxtables, to the Cosby Show, which was a different world. That show was expanded from the daughter that left from the Cosby Show and went on to do her own lifestyle. It's called A Different World, and she was a college student. She started that show. They were all squares, with none of them street niggas. Matter of fact, Tupac Shakur made an appearance on that show. He represented a street nigga when he came there. They kicked Tupac out of there. They were against it. Like culture, if you are not a street nigga, why act like it? Be who you are. And if that's what you're trying to do, be true to it and remember this culture in the aspects you're doing it. I give you that in the terms of Malcolm X, Tupac Shakur, and Mr. Peace, even the Kanye West of today, Dave Chappelle's of today. There's always going to be stand-up guys. They don't have to come from a street element. They're true to themselves and who they are. And I don't give a fuck if you're a suburb black dude or street black dude. We both got it hard. And guess what? The police can pull us over and not know the difference between a suburb dude and a street nigga right now tonight. It don't make a difference. We all suffering through the same cases and causes. It comes to a point that we got to realize we play on the same team. I don't care if you're a black woman, you're a black male. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care if you're a king or you're a queen, or a peasant or peasant, whatever. Hierarchy to non-archy. Rapper, street nigga, whatever you are. Comes a point we got to realize we play on the same team. And when we get on the same accord, we want to affect each other's lives to this type of detriment. So me and D. Marachi are doing content based off the fuck shit y'all doing. Because we ain't talking about us. It's not like we get on this podcast and be talking about what's going on with my nigga D. Marachi in Boston and what's going on with this nigga Ivy the Lifeline in Atlanta. We ain't in our personal lives. This is about you. This is about the influence you have. It's an influencer. As a rapper or whatever you are. Either y'all need to be better examples, and y'all need to get the fuck out the way. Because our culture is hurting, bro. Our culture's hurting bad. If there's going to be influencers in our culture, they better be chosen from our culture and be true leaders. Because Gunna, you ain't no fucking leader. And Thug, and I mean this with all due respect, no offense, nigga, you ain't no leader neither. Niggas are horrible representations of what street life is and what suburb smart nigga, better decision, righteous type of thought, consciousness movement is supposed to be. You niggas are the worst. You niggas are pawns on the chessboard. You never made it to be a more powerful people. You didn't make it to the other side so we can make you whatever we need you to be for this culture. Y'all didn't make it there. You niggas got executed after the first or second play. You were real true pawns. Real true pawns. On a high level of recognition. That recognition don't make you no better than the bum on the street. You were just exploited. Just because you highly exploited, don't make you no better. Just because they paid you to be a donkey or a Sambo, don't make you better than the coon nigga in the house. You still a Sambo. Real niggas stand up. Real women stand up. It's y'all time. It's our time. Let's eliminate these fuck motherfuckers that they put in front of our face. Let me give you some few chosen words. They come from the real head of the first CIA. He created the CIA. He created the Federal Task Force. J. Edgar Hoover said, there will never be another black messiah unless we create it. This slogan started after they pursued and hunted down Fred Hampton. They already executed Malcolm. They already exploited and executed Martin. They took care of everybody else prior to Fred Hampton. The CIA, federal agencies, they were all created behind the execution of the Black Panther Party. And they went for Fred Hampton before they went for Huey. Huey was the head, forefather of what Fred Hampton followed. But Fred Hampton was so powerful, they felt like they had to kill this 22, 23-year-old first. Huey made it to his mid-30s. He started the Black Panther parties in Oakland. He's a part of all that. They knew his weaknesses, so they was able to control him. They didn't let him stick around a little further. Your Fred didn't have none. Those are the messiahs they talking about. They would kill. And then they would create a messiah for you to believe in. Black culture, what I'm telling you is, quit following, worshiping, looking up to the messiahs they create for you. Be black enough to recognize the messiahs that are really doing it for you, that are willing to put their life on the line for you. Kanye keeps telling you they gonna kill him. He's willing to die for you. I'm not saying he's the best artist. I'm not saying he ain't sell out to get there. Some niggas were willing to sacrifice themselves and others to get to the point to make the point to you. It's up to you to recognize the difference. Because you can't recognize the difference if you bias. You worried about the cause that you want to represent or something that means more to you. You have to realize what means more to us. It's a shorter word than you, has less letters than you. You has 3 letters, us has 2. You need to sacrifice something. Sometimes what you need to sacrifice is your pride. This ain't no gender war. We're in the same fucking team. We wear the same jerseys, stupid motherfuckers. We in the same gym every day. And our coaches keep trying to tell us quit fighting each other. Learn how to play together. Black man, black woman, we ain't learn how to play together. That's why we talking about shit like YSL cases and Megan Tory cases. What y'all don't realize is these are key examples that are showing us exactly who we are today. That same divisiveness, that same biasness that you use to protect yourself from your own ignorance and back somebody that you have no horse in the race of. It's the same reason why you can't look yourself in the mirror and keep it real with yourself. I understand why you punk ass bitches wear a pound of makeup. I understand why you fuck ass niggas wear 1,000 fucking chains. Your money is the only thing that separates you from a real nigga like me. The only difference is, I don't care how bad the bitch is. She'll be more satisfied with me than she will with your bitch ass with that bag. Simp ass nigga.
Alright, so with that, you know what I mean? Thank y'all. And again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Like, comment, subscribe.
Nah, fuck that, D. Marachi. Don't try to cut me off, nigga. Your ass up, nigga. You in here too, nigga. Don't try to ban out of here. Like we on some type of paid advertisement. Like somebody gonna cut us a check when we done in a certain time slot.
Right.
Nah, I ain't gonna keep us up no more. Let's get up out of here, man. I don't like these niggas neither.
Yeah. So again, appreciate y'all for coming through. Again, if y'all didn't watch the first part, watch the first part, then come to this part. Thank IV. You know what I mean? We out of here. And stay tuned. We just heating up, man. Y'all think IV is on fire now? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, man.
Hey, D. Marachi, quit doing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna get this up out of here, man. Cause I know how it is with me. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. And this is Plug Talk. Will we really in real life walk the walk? We come here to this platform to discuss and talk with you weirdo motherfuckers. You should be honored. Hey, D. Marachi, peace and blessings. Get us the fuck up out of here, man.